Hello everyone, my name is Jack the Kid, and let's talk trailers. Now before this video starts, I actually missed a lot of trailers. It was during my spring break. I was on a cruise with no internet at all, so I was outside of the zone. All of a sudden, everything online came together, and I missed like 4 trailers. One of which is really bad, but the rest are pretty good. Alright, let's start with the good, and then the second one will be the bad because out of order. So first one up, the Ant-Man. My first impressions from the teaser that came out this year was, I mean, I thought it was gonna be kind of like the Incredible Hulk-ish movie where it's like there in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but no one talks about it because it's lower rank. Not bad, but lower. But this trailer kind of sold me because it gave off a feeling of like a little bit of seriousness in the beginning, and then toward the end it started joking around. Like a good example of this is when I guess it's this girl that's training Ant-Man, and he goes, "Alright, teach me how to punch." And then she literally punches him in the head, and that's the kind of vibe I got from it. And it started, like, it's got that Guardians of the Galaxy humor, but mixed with a more serious side, so, like, it's not dark. It's not going to take itself too seriously, but it's going to give us a good amount of seriousness and intense moments and funny moments like the Marvel Universe usually does. This probably will not be my favorite Marvel movie. I pretty much know that off the bat. My favorite is Guardians of the Galaxy. I expected that to be my favorite when I first saw the trailer. When I first saw that trailer, I was like, I'm going to love this movie. And with this trailer, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's gonna be good. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be Incredible Hulk, but like low scale, but in the middle. But yeah, it looks good so far. The guy who's playing Ant-Man looks cool, which I don't remember his name, but whatever. Doesn't even matter. I think it's the guy from This Is 40. I think so. Alright, next one. So, Star Wars. Holy crap, that trailer was amazing. I mean, I like the Stormtrooper's new outfit, and I just like where this is going. Like, that one scene where, like, the huge... I love Star Wars, but I don't know any of the names. It's just right over my head. But it's like this huge, like, spaceship, and it's like, and I'm guessing Tatooine because it's like desert, and it's like crash landed, and it's like a mist of cloud, so it looks like it's really far away, like a mountain. You see a little vehicle passing by the screen, like, and yeah, just like that. And it's like epic and huge, and it's like, whoa. And then we get a shot of the new Stormtrooper look. It looks good to me. I mean, a lot of the actual complaints is like, I don't like how the new Stormtroopers look. Okay, so what makes them awful? They look exactly the same, but instead it doesn't look like a smiley face, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, so far it looks great. I mean, the action looks great. There's like TIE fighters, pew pew pew, shooting. It's Star Wars. Oh, and then I'm guessing it's Mark Hamill because he says my father was a Jedi, and then it shows this awesome prop. I love whoever designed that prop. Props to you, because that is an awesome prop. It's like a damaged Darth Vader helmet, and you're like, whoa. So this must be Luke, and my sister was a Jedi. I'm like, wait. So they're gonna go with the Princess Leia being the Jedi? Whoa, that's cool. And then Mark Hamill, which I guess he like touches R2D2's head with like the robot arm. I'm guessing that's Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker. He says, "Now you have the Force." Either he's talking to a said maybe apprentice, or maybe his son, or Han Solo and Leia's son. I don't know. This trailer still got me questions. This is good. It's questioning. It's not telling me everything at once. It's just giving me what I love. Fan service, fan service. And the biggest fan service of all is when Harrison Ford, at the very end, walks up. Chewie's right next to him. Harrison Ford looking all badass. He goes, "Looks like we're home." And then Chewie goes, "Ah." I can't do a Chewbacca voice. And it was just end. And I was like, oh my god, yes! Oh, it looks so good. This was a fan service trailer, and I really enjoyed it. So those are the two good trailers aside. You might be guessing my first one because superheroes. That's a good segue. But how about another segue? Let's talk about franchises like Terminator. Now, Terminator, I felt, should have ended at 2. 2 was the perfect movie. I like 1 better, but 2 is great on itself, and I understand why people give it 10 out of 10s. I myself would probably give a 9 out of 10 to the first Terminator, even though I like it better. I actually have a long history with Terminator. Now, you might be saying, Jack, you were born in late 90s. How do you even... You didn't grow up on this stuff. Well, I kind of did. See, when I was 10 years old, I was obsessed with, like, trying to see a rated R movie because it's, like, you know, it's showing progression and maturity, and I just really wanted to see a rated R movie for the gore, blood, and everything. But now that I've matured, it's like, it's there. But that was my first rated R movie ever. That was a major moment in my life, and it brings back so much nostalgia, sitting with my mother and father watching this grotesque, well, not grotesque, but awesome 80s movie. It's amazing, and it's my favorite for that reason alone, because it brings back so nostalgia. I'm nostalgia blind, but it's really good. And then the second one was freaking out of the water. It expanded everything. And there was no third one. Nope. And then there was Salvation. And then comes this year. Genesis. Or Genocide. How about you spell Genesis right? Okay? Can we do that, please? This trailer did the exact opposite of Star Wars. Star Wars showed flashes of cool images and cool fan service, and it's like, whoa, this is going to be an awesome movie. Terminator, this is a huge spoiler by just watching the trailer. So if you do not want to know what happens in this movie, then don't watch this trailer. But I'm going to spoil it because, oh god, it reveals way too much. Just like I felt it started in Amazing Spider-Man 2. There were just too many trailers, and it basically showed you all of the movie. But this one legit shows you all of the movie. So they're going through this monologue of like Kyle. Oh, I forgot his name. The guy that goes back to save Sarah Connor. But he goes back in time where Sarah Connor has already met the Terminator, and it's really confusing. And then there's the liquid guy comes into, I don't know the terms of anything. Liquid guy, you know, the Asian guy with the liquid. Yeah, and then huge freaking spoiler. John Connor comes in, his son, and then the mother's like, John? Like, he recognizes him even though he's like 20 and from the future and came to the past, is a half Terminator, half human. Or he says, I'm neither Terminator nor human, but he's clearly like kind of a robot of some sorts. And what? No, 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 no. The whole reason for Terminator 2 is to save John Connor. I get that you're doing a X-Men Days of Future Past here. We're wiping out previous history to bring back a newer version, but you don't screw it up like that. That's just messing with the formula, dude. Like, the whole reason for the first and second one is to protect John Connor, even when it's to protect Selena Kyle. No, that's Catwoman. Sarah Connor, thank you. It's to protect John Connor. And now you're just like, to the fans, I mean, what is wrong with you? Why? I realize you're trying to make maybe a new trilogy, but this is not the way to do it. You don't just, that's stupid. Even the X-Men movies were paying respect to their previous ones before they kind of just erased it all, but it's okay because they made a great movie out of it. This does not look good. It looks bad. They should have stopped the Terminator 2. This trailer is not selling me. If anything, it's decreasing my faith in this movie of ever being good. If ever. But there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. This trailer starts out with a black statue, slowly zooms in with people saying, he's alien. There are other people out there. Planets. He needs to get off our planet. And it zooms in on the statue. And then Jesse Eisenberg, who is playing Lex Luthor, says, we used to think, or something along the lines, we used to think that demons came from underneath us. Turns out they came from above. And then it zooms in on the statue of Superman with the light on. And on the S side where the statue is, it says false god on there. And then, bam! Then we get to see Batfleck's face. But before we go to Batfleck, which is Ben Affleck, but Batman, if you haven't been with the times, basically, Superman in his early age was just like, oh, he's a superhero, we accept him automatically. But with the newer comics and newer generation of Superman, he's more like, people are questioning him, like, why is he on our planet? He's not on our planet. We never agreed to this. He's basically a god. Get him out of here. Whereas some people are saying he can use for military forces, stuff like that, to help defend us. So this movie, I feel, is going to exploit the split. And I feel that in this movie, Jesse Eisenberg, aka Lex Luthor, is going to exploit that, trying to get rid of Superman. And Batman might be tagging along on that side, and that's why Batman and Superman are going head to head, but then probably they'll realize that they're stupid and then they would go fight Lex Luthor, aka Jesse Eisenberg. That's pretty much probably what's going to happen. But I digress. It's really cool that they're bringing this angle because usually it's just like, yay Superman, yay Superman. And even in Man of Steel, in the Superman movies that is, even in Man of Steel it's kind of like, but people are like, yeah. But then some people are saying, well, I'm predicting in the movie, like, he basically destroyed a bunch of buildings. He may have defended Zod, but he may have killed innocent people as well from his accidental damaging of buildings. So there's that. And then there's this weird shot in the trailer, which is like soldiers with Superman plates on them. I don't know, man. That's weird. I mean, I don't think Superman's intentionally having the army. He could either be like, yes, you should kneel before me, I am a god. Or he should be like, nah, guys, come on. I'm a dude just like you. You want a beer? I mean, come on. So, now back to Batfleck. I gotta say, I was in between when Ben Affleck was cast as Batman, but I've sided on him. He looks good for the role. They're definitely doing a Frank Miller Batman. He's got all these muscles and stuff, and he looks like old, but he's got muscles. He looks like he's like 20 years into his Batman career, which I think they're going to their direction. And I really like the outfit. I mean, this is the first trailer where we see motion with the outfit, and it looks really good on him. Um, and they're doing like what Tim Burton movie did, where they drew the costume, making its own unique thing for the movie, but at the same time drawing in source material. And I was the first one to do that. The Christopher Nolan didn't really follow any Batman comic costumes. There's no blue and gray and yellow, whereas the Tim Burton one is like the yellow circle with a bat symbol following that costume from the 90s. This one is the Batman gray on gray Batman with the huge muscles and the huge bat logo on it. And I like that Zack Snyder is pulling from this. He even does the at the very end of the trailer, it shows Batman in his bat armor suit to fight Superman, because obviously Batman can't take on Superman because he's a god, so he has to have a suit. And it's very Frank Miller-y. There's even a shot, not directly from the Frank Miller, but he has like, Batman has like a gun. Don't worry, he's not killing people. But in the Frank Miller, it was like a grappling hook where he shot it from, and you can see him on top of the skyscraper with like the gun over there and a sunset in the background, and he's just like looking over the city with the gun, and that's what he uses for his leverage in the Dark Knight Returns book. And then, awesome scene, Superman's flying in the air, and Batfleck, aka Batman, his voice is like robotic, so like we don't actually know Ben Affleck's voice, but it's robotic because of the suit he's wearing. And he's like, "Do you bleed?" And then Superman comes down and he's like, "You will." And then they don't charge at each other, but it's like, "Huh!" And then blank. And it's Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. And this is a great... They're late to the party, yes. Even Stan Lee backlashed at DC because they're so behind Marvel. But this is a good starter. I mean, instead of doing individual characters, we basically know these characters, Superman and Batman. We don't need to go over their origin story. So this will be a much faster pace and better movie, in my opinion. I hope so, at least. And I really hope it is. I mean, Wonder Woman even, we don't really need a lot of... Well, people don't know a lot about the Amazon thing, but you can cover that really fast. Or just use it as an origin story. I'm not judging. But yeah, they're starting to move away from these origin movies. So, like, this is the beginning of the DC Cinematic Universe. Some would say Man of Steel, but nah, I wouldn't count it. Well, yeah, I would, but this movie is really the boundary. This is the alright, Marvel, watch out. And I cannot wait for this movie. This trailer excited me the most. It's my favorite trailer. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know. And if you like this, you should stay. Leave a like. And I'm Jack the Kid.